What's up, everybody? I just got back from Mardi Gras, and I figured, well, I got back a few days ago, but I figured I'd start making some videos again. And let me see, this is Pat McAfee. I haven't done a video on these guys yet, and I feel like I should because they're probably the most popular thing on sports media right now. And as much as I really don't watch them, I feel like I should start watching them. I'm more of a Fox Sports 1 guy, but let's see what McAfee. They're talking about DK Metcalf requesting a trade and how it's so shocking. Oh, it's shocking. I don't think it's shocking. Let's see what they got to say.
NFL Network, The Arrow is reporting that DK Metcalf has requested a trade. Okay, so that is Pittsburgh Steelers fan grunting with satisfaction there that DK Metcalf is potentially on the trade block. We've heard nothing from Schneider or the Seahawks whether or not that is true, and if he is available. Once again, we have the Myles Garrett situation happening in Cleveland, and the Browns have only said he's not available. Tone, why'd you get so excited right there, brother?
Well, I mean, because the Steelers have been trying so hard to trade for a wide receiver the last 12 months. It has not happened. Many times. Cooper Kupp, Ayuk, it's just go through all of them. Metcalf has been on the Steelers fans' wish list for a little bit now, and now that he is requesting a trade, not saying it's gonna happen. I'm not saying he's gonna get traded, but at least my hopes are ready to get crushed again.
I want to let you know you're not the only one. I look over at the talks table. Both guys are like, yeah. The Connor's like being a great Patriot. Ty, like great Packer in this entire thing. That's a big name.
Yeah, at the Combine, a bunch of reports came out that the Packers have already, it ended up being false, but there's a lot of smoke that the Packers have already engaged a little bit with the Seahawks trying to get DK Metcalf. The rumor was that they've already offered like a first-round pick for him and maybe like a potential one of their other young receivers. I don't know if that's actually true, but I would assume that the Packers will be very aggressive in trying to get a guy like DK Metcalf if he's available.
Yeah, I think last year as well and 2 years ago, DK has always been kind of one of those guys that any time he's available, it's like, hey, let's go get him. Right now with New England, the big news with wide receivers is A.J. Brown and Mike Vrabel.
Okay, I'm not going to worry about A.J. Brown and Mike Vrabel going after A.J. Brown. I think teams are going to be lining up for DK Metcalf. I don't think it's going to take a first-round pick to acquire DK Metcalf. I think you can get him for a 2 or a 3 or 2 and a 3. Maybe a first-round pick if you're like Buffalo or Kansas City or Philadelphia, where you're picking towards the bottom or at the bottom in Philadelphia's case, and you're like, whatever. We're picking 32nd. Why don't we just trade it for Metcalf? I think Buffalo should move heaven and earth to try to get Metcalf. Amari Cooper's a free agent, and I don't really think he did much to warrant being re-signed by the Bills. I think DK Metcalf in the Bills offense would be a phenomenal coup for Josh Allen to have a receiver like that. He's the receiver that I've already forgot his name. Mac Hollins, but talented. that he's just a big physical guy. He's going to get the football. He's going to make the catch. That's who DK Metcalf is. So if you love Mac Hollins, you're going to really love DK Metcalf. He's just a better athlete. He's just an elite athlete, and I think the Bills should move heaven and earth to get him. Kansas City, you could make a case for it, but I don't know what their cap situation is. I know that Mahomes is kind of a middle of the road cap hit now compared to some of these quarterbacks, but they're going to have to move do some shuffling if they wanted to make that move work. The Green Bay move is interesting because you're going to give Jordan Love a legit weapon. I just don't think Jordan Love's that good. I really don't. I think I think he's better than the situation in Seattle, but I don't think he's the guy who's going to get you to where you want to be. I really don't. I could see the Rams making a play for him now that they've restructured Stafford, but I don't think Seattle wants to trade him in the division. I don't think that's going to happen. That also rules the 49ers out. So we'll see. It's interesting. I would say the Bills should move heaven and earth to get DK Metcalf. Kansas City. Houston is also an interesting landing spot. Yeah, they have some stud receivers already, so they probably wouldn't make this move, but their quarterback's still under a rookie contract, so they've got the space to make this kind of move. You really want to get scary, you trade them, get Baltimore to trade them. Baltimore's drafting a little higher. They didn't have as deep a run as Buffalo, Kansas City, Philadelphia, Washington even. Baltimore, I don't know if they have the cap room to make it work, but the cap's going up quite a bit this year, so maybe they can make it work. You trade him to Baltimore, holy cow. Holy cow. That is a scary, scary team. Scary team. I don't think the league would be ready for a team like that. You have him with Henry and Lamar. Look out. Cancel Christmas in the AFC North. That's what it would be, because it would just be Baltimore dominating. Wow. That's actually, I'm a Bills fan, for those of you watching and who might be tuning in for the first time. And I would love to see him on the Bills. I think it would be a great, great weapon. But you put him on Baltimore, and whoa. You put him on Baltimore? Yikes. That would be scary. Let me know where you think DK Metcalf should go. Do you think he's going to get traded? I really think so. I think once a guy says he wants out, it's best to just move on. And Seattle's in a rebuilding spot now. They can get some trade capital for him. Just move on. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not winning that division. You're not going to win a lot of games next year. Just move on. I'm not saying tank. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying tank. You try to compete, but go on, move them, get some draft picks. It's time to start a new era in Seattle. Let me know in the comments below what do you think. Where do you think he's going? Green Bay? You think he's going to Buffalo? You think he's going to Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit? I didn't mention Detroit. I don't know what their cap situation is. I don't think he's going to go to an NFC team in general. I think, Green Bay, yeah, whatever. But I think he's going to go to an AFC team. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.